Don't you just love unintended consequences? Hey guys, Sonic Smash Bro here, and well, some issues with Stardust Acceleration have been brought to light after this KC Cup recently. Well, we're still in the middle of it, but still. Yeah, there have been some unintended uses of Stardust Acceleration that, while I don't think changes how well designed the skill is, does still need to be looked at, because I do expect a skill rebalance in the ban list right after this KC Cup fully concludes, because I'm expecting Red Dragon Archfiend to get hit pretty hard. Dragonic Contact just needs to go. Plant and Lyrillist have been relevant for way too long as it is, to where Stardust Acceleration I don't think is safe. But how do we go about fixing this skill, nerfing this skill, without affecting the intended strategy in any way, shape, or form? Let's go ahead and take a look. This is going to be a bit of a shorter video than usual. So, really, the only restriction that Stardust Acceleration necessarily has is that to activate the effects, the extra deck must contain Stardust Dragon. So, we can't special summon any monsters from the extra deck except for Warrior, Junk, or Synchro monsters and Winter Light monsters of the level. We are not locked out of fusions in any way, shape, or form for whatever reason. This means we can play stuff like Alistar the Invoker and just do Invoke stuff, or we can do, and credit goes to Yam for this one, I'm going to show the list on screen now, Evil Eye Synchron. That's a thing we can do too. And it's only a matter of time before someone figures out a way to abuse Destiny Hero Plasma, or worse, Rainbow Neos. Yes, for some reason we're allowed to play Rainbow Neos in here, because why not? It's only a matter of time in that regard before Stardust Acceleration becomes the next Revolution de Fleurs, in being used primarily for unintended stuff, and never exactly for the Synchron tools, as good as, you know, having on your market set Duel actually is. So, how do we go about fixing this? It's pretty simple, really. The main deck must now only contain level 4 or lower monsters. Additionally, we cannot normal summon monsters except for Warrior, Junk, or Synchron monsters. And the only monsters we are allowed to special summon from the extra deck are Warrior, Junk, or Synchro monsters, and Wind or Light Synchro monsters. This way, we do not affect the Synchro pool in any way. This is what Yusei is made to do. He's a Synchro guy. Like, this is what we do. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds after all. So we still have our classic stuff. Our Chevalier de Fleur, we have our Mistworm, we have our Clearwing Crystal Wing. We have the usual Yusei cards. We also have Stardust Chronicle Spark Dragon, Stardust Spark Dragon if you want to go that route, and of course, the Shooting Quasar Dragon. All of the intended Synchro pool, the same Synchro pool that we have already, is unaffected completely by the skill change. The only thing we lose access to is Nibiru, because honestly that hand trap shouldn't have been put in the game. It was a mistake, just in terms of card design. As long as it ever becomes relevant, it can easily become a problem. But that's just me. And literally nothing changes about most decks. We still play the classic hand traps like Veiler, Ghost Mourner, maybe a DD Crow in there once in a while. And we still have access to all the intended Synchron stuff. We still have our Junks, we have our Synchrons, we have our Warriors, so our Speed Warrior, we have our Double Warrior if we want to go that route. And honestly, I could see this getting updated to also include Stardust monsters when we get Stardust Synchron, Stardust Trail, all that stuff. And Stardust Worm as well. I always forget about Stardust Worm until I actually realize, wait, I use it in the actual TCG/Master Rule 5 in general, so Master Duel, TCG, OCG, even though I left the TCG ages ago for several reasons. I'm probably not going to discuss that anytime soon. But the main way we fix this, again, is locking the main deck to level 4 or lower monsters. Can't normal summon monsters except for Synchron, Junk, or Warrior monsters. And probably Stardust monsters in the future, who knows. And we can't special summon except for, from the extra deck, Warrior, Junk, Synchro monsters, and Winter Light Synchro monsters. This way the Synchro pool is completely unaffected, the Synchron stuff is completely unaffected. We just lose access to stuff like the Nibiru, Evil Eye, freaking Alistar the Invoker. And we still have access to our graveyard stuff. We still have access to Speed Warrior, we still have access to Sonic Check, we still have access to Formula Synchron. Basically, the only thing that changes is we lose the unintended strategies. Gee, it's almost like knowing how to actually balance skills correctly is a good thing. Oh man, but that's it for this short little video. Just a little bonus thing, because I wanted to get this out of the way right now before, you know, we potentially saw an unintentional nerf coming, or just a random nerf coming that could have been infuriating. So, I wanted to throw this out as a suggestion to actually bring Stardust Acceleration back in line with its more intended strategies. So, what do you guys think? Do you think this is actually something that needs to happen to make it so that Stardust Acceleration is purely used with Synchron as intended? Or do you think just having access to most stuff is fine, like Revolution onto Fleur before it? With that, until the next video, preferably something longer, not something short like this one. Later, guys.